Thanks for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm Joel.
And we are a podcast about all things strange and unusual, death and UFOs, and other creepy,
cults,
weird, random
ghosts.
There you go.
Yeah. Not just naming things in the room.
Oh my god.
There's a cult of ghosts.
Goes missing from a Halloween party in Monroe County, Michigan. With around 700 potential witnesses and suspects, the police have their work cut out for them as this story twists and turns down a tragic path. Join us as we discuss the case of Chelsea Bruck, covering what happened, who did it, who didn't do it, and the gut-wrenching circumstances surrounding the crime. This is Middle Aged and Mediocre, and I'm Cash.
I'm intrigued.
Joined, as always, by a guy that owns Blink-182's entire catalog on vinyl. That's Joel.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? I thought, I usually try to make fun of you.
Last week, you gave my last name. Now you're just putting all my business out there.
That's the business that you want out there. Yeah. Don't lie. I got the pictures.
Yep.
You sent them to me.
Every time I get one, I'd send the group picture to you. So you kept changing your number, and I kept finding it.
You kept finding it. So they finally just quit giving me new numbers. So what's going on?
Well, before we go any further, it's kind of a big day. There's a special birthday today.
Yeah.
Wayne Newton. Happy birthday, Wayne.
Yeah, all right, Wayne Newton, yeah, but...
That's not all.
Okay.
It's not all.
Okay, yeah.
Alec Baldwin. SNL, Trump
all
impersonator.
Right.
Probably my favorite Baldwin brother.
I mean, hard...
Happy birthday, Alec Baldwin.
Okay, but... Then...
And, of course, the main birthday of the day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Eddie Murphy. You don't like Eddie Murphy?
I do, but I feel like...
Norbit?
I mean...
Is it funny that Norbit's what I go to for Eddie Murphy?
One of his finest roles. I don't know, I mean, I love Eddie Murphy, but I feel like...
Oh, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, but the birthday
Happy
thing...
birthday,
all right.
Sebastian Bach. She's only 17.
17.
That's crazy that all four of those birthdays are on
crazy.
The same day.
On the same day.
Yep.
Wonder who else's birthday it could be.
I don't know. Is it the girl of the story that went missing? Was it her birthday?
It's my birthday, dude.
Come on, man. We got a podcast to record. We got time for this shit.
God damn it.
Hey, happy birthday.
God damn it.
It's your birthday?
It is.
Oh.
It's my day of birth.
All right.
I was birthed on this day.
I need to go congratulate your mom.
I know. I don't know why it's like all about.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I did nothing. I just existed. Yeah. I just continued to exist.
You were a turd that got shot out.
Pretty much. That's not how birth works.
I was there for one, okay?
Funny thing about Eddie Murphy.
Uh-huh.
Not really Eddie Murphy himself, but Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep.
So did you know, like, the police captain in that was, like, a legit detective?
Oh, really?
And I just watched today on Netflix. It's called White Boy.
I did Beverly Hills Cops 2 a little more than the first one, probably.
So the first one, like, it's Axel Foley's captain in Detroit, and
he was like, an actual.
Yeah, so the dude's an actual. He was a big deal in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
But if you watch the documentary called White Boy, it's about.
I saw the trailer for it.
White Boy Rick.
Uh-huh.
And the dude that played that guy, I can't remember, Gil something maybe. Like, he's, like, involved in most likely setting up White Boy. Like, he's the reason why White Boy Rick was in prison for as long as he was. Oh. He most likely took a hit out on him at some point.
And he knows Eddie Murphy.
Wow,
I bet he's fun at parties.
It's pretty...
He's got two cool stories right there.
It was a pretty good documentary.
Yeah?
But there's a dude in it named Nathaniel something who is a hitman. And... he's like, he takes his shirt off. He's in prison. Like, he takes his shirt off, whatever. And he's just the craziest scars you've ever seen in your life. Like, his entire, like,
from, like,
front is just scars.
That's why I wear a shirt when I make bacon.
Exactly. Well, this dude did more than make bacon. He's, like, talking about how, like, so the front, like,
someone made bacon out of him.
Dude, like a shotgun blast. He can't use his fingers on his left arm because of, like, a AK-40, like, bullets just riddled his arm. He's got like 9 bullets in his back. And he was just like, yeah, just, when
And he's not a rapper?
He's like, when you were on my list, he's like, I was going to get you. I was basically the Grim Reaper.
Oh,
so I was like, can we get a documentary about
this guy?
Fucking Wolverine?
It might, if it does well on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
Everyone call Netflix and say you want a Wolverine documentary.
Yeah, everyone call.
It's Josh's birthday.
1-800 Netflix.
Yeah, do it for Josh's birthday.
That's the right amount of I think.
Yeah, 7. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Good quick math.
Other big news, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's my birthday, but other big news.
Okay, it's been established. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You kind of brought it up.
Oh, when I got here, you're like, oh, let's make the whole episode about my birthday.
And I was like,
I didn't even know how we would do that.
Here's who these people are. I was like, let's do this. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's dog walker.
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Her dog walker released from the hospital.
Oh, okay.
He made it. So,
hey, he's been in there for a while.
I think he got it like last week, like earlier this week.
Early release, maybe.
I've been sitting on this news for a couple days.
All
now.
right.
Good for him though, man.
Yeah, good for him.
Saved a couple dogs.
Probably got set for life from Lady Gaga. She seems like someone that would really appreciate.
I would hope that she
she
compensated him well. And then I think this is before we get into like a little bit more news around the world. The biggest news story is the return of Major League Baseball.
MLB?
It's back, baby.
The show?
We're huge baseball fans.
Oh, man.
Huge. Our favorite song? What's our favorite song? Take
me
me out to the ball game. Take me out
to the crowd. Buy me some crackers and
Orange Jack. Baseball sucks.
It's
is what
so
we're saying.
stupid.
It fucking blows.
I like one of the games live, but I used to be a huge baseball fan growing up. Like the 90s Reds, like the Braves, Cubs. I mean, I used to watch the shit out of baseball. I could not watch a baseball game right now on TV.
I tried. I thought maybe
I'd rather prepare an episode for this show. And you know.
And you hate that.
I fucking hate that.
You fucking hate.
I would rather do that than sit down and watch a game of baseball.
Okay, well, so I'm going to have to start forcing you to choose between two things then, I think. Yeah, I tried. I thought, you know what? This is the year. I'm into betting. I'm into sports betting.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start watching baseball. I made it.
You're into betting?
I made it 20 minutes in to the Yankees.
It's about half an inning?
Dude.
Warm-ups?
4 fucking hours later, I on Twitter saw that the game had just ended. I was like, it took 4 goddamn hours? It's awful.
And now what I've heard, they've been trying to speed the game up, but it's just...
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's just boring as shit. I was watching it. Every player, it was the Blue Jays against the Yankees. Every player on both teams just looked fucking annoyed to be there.
Do they have crowds? Do they have a crowd?
Yeah, a little bit of crowd.
Okay. All right.
Those dudes look like the least interesting human beings.
And they're making like $300 million. I follow ESPN. I see when the big contracts get signed. Like there's a guy signed with the Padres, 13 years, $300 million. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, they make crazy money. At least NFL
How?
and NBA.
Who's
people
buying
look like
this
they're
stuff?
enjoying it.
Yeah. I can watch NBA. I can definitely watch NFL. I can very much still watch any pro football game.
Yeah, I love NFL. I love NBA. College basketball.
Baseball used to be fun to play on the old Sega system and stuff. I haven't played a baseball
Ken
game.
Griffey's baseball on Super Nintendo.
That was a good one. World Series baseball for the Sega.
Yeah,
I was big on that.
I mean, even playing
Deion Sanders on the Braves.
Actually playing it's fun.
Yeah, but watching it on TV, going to the games is cool. I've been to some Reds games. My dad would take us and stuff, and that's always fun. But you get up, you walk around. I mean, that's kind of an event, I mean.
Yeah, it was rough. But
so if you're out there and you're baseball, fuck you.
Fuck you, baseball.
Fuck you, baseball.
I bet if we lived in a city, if we lived in a city that had a team.
Yeah, I like to see the Reds do well. I mean, I've always been a big Reds fan, but I couldn't tell you probably more than one player on the team. I think Joey Votto is still on the team. I was about to say Jay Bruce, but I think he's gone. I don't
know if he's a real player.
Yeah.
You can just make that name up. You can make up any name you wanted right now. I'll be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sure. All Sparky Henderson, center fielder.
Yep.
900 home runs last year.
Ribbies.
900 home runs.
900 home
in
runs.
1 year.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's Sparky.
Well, I was gonna do a story. I can't find it now, but apparently I read this earlier today. Apparently, inside of our planet, they're saying Earth. They're saying now that there's another planet.
Whoa.
That crashed here and was responsible for making the moon.
So if I start digging, I'm gonna get to another.
This is
planet.
a real story I read, and I can't find it. I'm looking.
So did you read it? If you can't find it. Did you read it on April Fool's Day? Was it an April 1st news story?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Did you get hit with any April Fools?
My daughter tried, because I tried with her. I don't know if you saw that. I texted her and I told her I moved her bedroom to the basement. And she was like, can I get pics? Because we're just texting. Can I get pics? ... And I was like, I'm at work. I'm super busy. And she's like, well, at least I'll have extra space. I was like, you're supposed. I called her. I was like, you're supposed to get mad at this.
You're like,
April Fool's Day. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I found it, so I'm not crazy. So the headline is, this kind of goes along with our fucking bullshit jellyfish, cosmic jellyfish story we read. Pieces of alien planet buried inside Earth are millions of times larger than Mount Everest.
Millions?
So apparently, 4.5 billion years ago, roughly, an ancient proto-planet, because they just love to just throw words before other words now,
proto-planet,
called Theia, likely crashed into Earth, sending shrapnel and debris into space and ultimately forming the moon. But the crash also likely left pieces of Theia buried beneath the Earth in the form of two incredibly huge blobs of rock and metal. Just more bullshit, I think. Like, so now we got a planet inside of our planet, and that planet crashed here and shot up shards, and that's how the moon happened.
And like all this shit's perfectly round?
Everything is perfectly round.
It's not flat. I'm not saying that, but like just thinking about the Earth and just everything bigger than what I am, it's kind of too much for me. Like, I just think about, like, all these fucking, like, just the United States, like, then eventually you just get the water, and then there's other land, and it's all just in this sphere.
The enormity.
Yeah.
Just too much.
Oh, man.
I get that sometimes. I'll start thinking about just the sky, just, like, whatever, and then I'll start to be like, well, then what's beyond what I can see? And then what's beyond that? Like, I'll start to really get too...
It's dizzying.
And I start to get kind of like sick to my stomach, and I gotta lay down. It's a whole thing.
Ruins your day.
That's
so crazy. Planet in a planet.
Yeah, like, and then it offshoots and it created the moon.
Yeah.
What?
How? How do you know that?
Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Did someone have surveillance footage of it or something? Neighbors had a camera on the garage.
So you brought up you tried to mentally harass your daughter. April Fool's joke.
God, make it sound as harsh as possible, please.
That's what I'm doing.
So maybe like someone could like just edit that little tiny part, like use it against me or something.
Oh, I was talking to the other guy in the room.
Okay.
So for the record,
this is Joel, and I've never mentally harassed my daughter. God damn.
Yeah, but I was talking to the other guy. So I don't know why. But all right, since you're a dad, I want to figure out how dad are you.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to tell me the typical dad response.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
To that, all right?
I'm ready. I'm wearing a polo shirt. I'm in my dad's uniform, my jeans.
So first one is when a cashier is having trouble scanning an item.
Well, it must be free today.
There you go. There you go. When you're pointing you've got a stud finder. What's the
Like, I'm surprised it's not beeping at me.
Or
I'm the stud.
Or found it.
Yeah, found it.
You got it.
Beep,
You
beep,
got
beep,
it.
Beep, beep on me. Oh, I'm controlling the stud finder.
When a kid takes too long in the bathroom.
You fall in?
There you go. There you go. When someone mistakes left for right.
Someone mistakes left for right. Your other right?
There you go.
All right.
when you're out at work or wherever, or like you're out to eat or whatever, and somebody brings you the bill. What is it the dads like to say?
Oh, man.
Before they even really look at it, like as they're about to look at it.
Give it to him or something. Give it
I
to
know.
her.
This one is. Let's see what the damage is.
Oh, the damage. What my dad does, he'll go, all right, well, we're all going to go to the bathroom one at a time, but I promise we'll be right back. Like, I've had to tell my dad, like, Dad, just let the waitress... I mean, he got mad at me. Because they were, like, super busy, and my dad is... You think I'm bad? You got to meet my dad, okay? I love the dude, but, like, I had to be like, Dad, she's got other tables. She's really busy. Like, just, please... Like... And my dad was so fucking mad at me.
He's like, I'm trying to bring joy.
Yeah, I'm trying to make her day better.
Yeah.
Like, you're not.
You're not. You're ruining her day.
Because, like, at first it's cute, you know? They do it one time and you laugh, you know? And it's like, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm the waitress. She's like, hey, I'm Jan. I'm the guy who's going to be eating. And it's just, he just wants to be everyone's friend. Not everybody needs friends.
That's true.
Did I pass? Am I your dad?
There's a couple more
Okay,
here.
sorry.
Hold on, let me see. I've lost my place here. Okay, so when kids are leaving the door open.
I don't heat the outside.
There you go.
That or you're letting all the flies out.
That one works too. It was the not heating the whole neighborhood.
All
right. When you're carrying something when you're moving like a couch.
Yeah.
Or just whatever, and it's really heavy, and you're kind of having a little bit of
trouble,
difficulty with it.
See, I don't have that because nothing's heavy to me because how strong I am.
Good joke. Great joke.
I don't know the answer to that one though.
It's not heavy. It's just awkward.
Oh, okay.
It's not that it's heavy. It's just, it's just awkward. Okay.
I've never done that one.
When declining additional warranty protection.
That's how they get you.
That's it. That's it.
That's how they get you. Oh, additional warranty. So you're not gonna cover it if something's wrong with it. That's how they get you.
Last one. After you tie something down, like you're moving and you got the stuff in the back of your truck and you tie it down. Or whatever. What is it that you say?
This isn't going anywhere.
Pretty much. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
You got to tap it. You got to move it a little bit.
Let everyone know when you get in the car.
You did pretty good.
Thanks.
You did pretty good.
Thanks,
You're a dad.
Man. I am.
You are a dad.
I just had Lily too, so I'm I'm still kind of in dad mode right now.
Well, I can't believe
Slept
that
around 2:00 today.
People have to do paternity tests when that right there that's the test.
I'm the dad.
You passed.
Oh man. All right. Well, hey man, let's do my segment now. This is the return of everyone's favorite segment. So play that music.
I don't know what we're doing.
Play that music. We're bringing it back.
What are we bringing back?
Give me some fucking music.
What are we doing?
All right, that's enough music. Yeah, we're doing the you tweeted what? And I got some tweets of yours from the last week.
You gotta warn me about these kind of things if you want music.
I meant to.
You can't.
I thought about it last night.
You can't just spring.
Didn't we do that once? Like we read each other's tweets.
You can't just spring. I need music on me though.
You did good. Skip it bop.
Skip it a boop bop.
You'll have to go back and edit that and circle it. Can you
I will go back and circle it in my mind.
This is a tweet of yours. You can explain, okay. Guys, we should all just go rob all the banks and split the money.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good plan.
So are you just the idea guy? Is that the extent of your involvement in it? Are you gonna rob the banks too?
No, I will too. I'm saying if we as a society just go rob the banks, they can't arrest us all.
That's pretty good logic.
I mean,
how many do we need? There's me and you. We'll get arrested.
I feel like if we get an entire, 3 states worth of people, and then we just start robbing all the banks.
Yeah, insurrection.
But
at a bank.
We get we have erections.
That was gonna fuck with you if you're all hearted up
exactly.
and shit.
You walk in, as you can tell, I have an erection.
You walk in like a minute after your erection walks in because it's so big.
That's it. That's
a dad. All right, that was a good tweet. Here's one. Thinking about becoming a tequila guy.
And I did.
You did! I like when you get an idea and you follow through with it.
Dude, I follow through with my ideas almost immediately.
You haven't rubbed the base though, right?
I can't get people to
You got the tequila.
I would do it,
yeah.
but other people aren't as committed as me.
So maybe they come get your tequila.
Yeah, I got a bottle of Terramana.
Is that the Rock's tequila?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I recognize that bottle. My buddy had one. He said it was the Rock's tequila.
It's tequila.
I can't drink it. I had a night in Cincinnati where the guy gave me way too much tequila, and it pretty much rolled me on tequila.
Well, I don't think I'm going to become a tequila guy. Like, I'm going to have that. I'm going to drink it every once in a while, but
not like
it's
every
just
night.
not. I don't understand how people do.
I don't.
Like, I saw the Rocks put down a whole half bottle of it or something.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got problems.
Yeah. He's help.
All right, here's another one. Why are these idiots on Jeopardy wagering so much money on Final Jeopardy when they clearly have no faith in their wrong answers?
Yeah.
I say, as someone who got a total of 5 questions right the entire show, with 4 of those being movie trivia.
Mm-hmm.
So you're worked up about Jeopardy.
So,
first of all, I thought Alex Trebek died.
And now they've got a revolving door of guests.
I don't like that at all.
It's not the greatest.
I felt like Jeopardy should just stop when Alex died.
It should have. But they had, so they're doing like 2-week rotations.
Uh-huh.
So like Dr. Oz just finished his up.
I was hoping you were going to say like Dr. Dre. Or...
Aaron Rodgers starts his Monday.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
The football guy? I don't know what other Aaron Rodgers it would be.
No, the skateboarder guy.
Oh, okay. The football guy?
No, Aaron Rodgers was on there years ago on Celebrity Jeopardy and fucking dominated.
Oh, wow.
Dude's like a...
Has Ken Jennings been a host or anything?
I don't know, maybe.
I feel like he'd be a good one.
But these... So that tweet...
You're worked up right now. You haven't gotten this out. Get it out of your system.
I can't remember the question now. I wish I could.
Uh-huh.
But you could tell as soon as they like do the Final Jeopardy thing, and
yeah,
and they're going down the line of
because they play the whole game. Each question's worth a certain amount of money, and at the end, you know the category, and like say you have 37,000, you can bet.
You got to go ahead and bet your
So if you're down a lot, you want to bet a lot, and if you're up, it's a.
But all 3 of them bet like their entire thing.
They blew their loads.
And as soon as it shows each of them, they're all just like, I don't fucking know. Like they wrote the gibberish.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. But I was like, why would you bet everything you have?
Like said hi to their girlfriend.
Because even
hi honey.
Well, as soon as it even shows the subject or like the topic or whatever, like it shows all 3 of them, and all 3 of them are just like, I don't fucking want to do this.
They just thought maybe it'd be a super easy question on that topic.
So yeah, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy. I feel like, have you ever been on a game show?
No.
I feel like me and you should be on a game show.
That'd be fun. Wipeout. I watched Wipeout last night. It's back with John Cena.
With John Cena?
And Nicole from Nailed It.
How do you know he's in it?
Because I heard his voice.
But you didn't see him?
He's not a wrestler anymore. His hair's all grown out.
Now?
Oh, yeah, you can see it now.
Oh, okay. So it was just the wrestling thing.
Yeah, it was wrestling John Cena.
You
couldn't see. This is Hollywood John Cena.
Makes total sense.
I hope he comes back as Hollywood John Cena. That'd be such a
very original
idea.
Yeah.
I got one more tweet, and this segment's out. I'm about to have a motherfucking meltdown trying to put together this goddamn motherfucking office chair. How in the holy mother of fucking Christ is this so difficult? Question mark, question mark, question mark? What's going on there? You were speaking a lot of like code and like I feel like something's going on there.
Take it sentence by sentence again.
I'm about to have a motherfucking meltdown. Are these Limp Bizkit lyrics?
Yes.
Come on! I'm about to have a motherfucking meltdown trying to put together this goddamn motherfucking office chair. How in the holy mother of fucking Christ is this so difficult? Yeah!
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
You were listening to Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I was listening to Limp Bizkit.
Did you get the chair together?
I'm sitting in it.
All right, I saw that chair, but I thought maybe you just went and bought one put together.
Oh, I wish I would have. Oh, it was a...
You're mad about Jeopardy and you're mad about chairs.
Dude, I get mad about a lot of things.
You are. Your Twitter is like you mad or a bet. Like,
yeah.
Or being mad about a bet.
Yeah. Yeah. What of it?
And I'm just trying to bring people to you, and that's Born Into Filth at Born Into Filth.
I'm real.
You're real.
Y'all.
And this is going to be a recurring segment.
Yeah, I don't understand how people have I don't want to say gimmick Twitters, but like people are just like, this is my Twitter. I tweet about one thing and one thing only, and I never have any of my own opinions. I never say things that might make me look uncool.
Yeah,
and I'm just out here.
You don't worry about that.
I'm just out here, motherfucking chairs.
This guy
and these goddamn Jeopardy questions.
These Jeopardy questions. Baseball sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was a pretty good episode this week.
Of baseball?
Of our podcast. Is it time for my feel good?
No, we haven't even done the story yet.
Oh, shit. There's a girl missing.
We've actually got 2 crime stories, kind of. One's pretty quick. You want to go ahead and get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Do you have any more segments to throw on me? It's your birthday. We covered that.
Not really, but one quick thing. I don't know if you've seen anything about the... Have you seen any of the Michael Rappaport, Kevin Durant stuff?
Barstool Sports.
Barstool Sports
a little
stuff?
bit, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not like a big Barstool Sports person. I don't really know a whole lot about it.
I like the pizza reviews he does. I was into those at first, but now I'm kind of over
So,
it.
yeah, like, I know who Rob Portnoy is, or Dave Portnoy,
yeah.
Yeah.
He bets.
He bets.
I saw that.
So...
He's a degenerate like you.
I did randomly decide, though, that somebody retweeted his deposition.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
saw
see
some
it?
of that, yeah.
From where Michael Rappaport's suing him.
Rappaport used to work for them?
Yeah, he used to work for them, and then
drama.
When he got fired, Barstool put out a shirt that had like a clown face. It was Rappaport's face with like a clown
makeup, yeah.
And Rappaport tried to sue for defamation of character. And he was trying to say that, like, the reason why they they fired him so they could release the shirt.
Yeah, that's the part that I saw.
Yeah. And then, like, the lawyer for...
Fucking lawyers, dude.
Well, that lawyer...
kept asking the question, and he was like, no, that's not... I don't think that's right at all, you know?
Yeah, he was like, I don't think that's... And then, like, they showed the...
Isn't it true, sir, that you fired him with the shirt already made? Like, just like that.
And then So the guy asked that, and then he's like, allow me to play a clip from a podcast you did, and it's where Dave Portnoy is like, he literally says, so we fired Rappaport, and I knew that he was going to Photoshop him having sex with me because that's the kind of dumb stuff he does.
Yeah.
So he's like, so I told one of our graphic guys, hey, make a shirt, well, whatever, and as soon as Rappaport does something stupid to attack us, we'll release the shirt.
Yeah.
So, like, in the video the lawyer plays, or the sound clip the lawyer plays, it's Dave Portnoy saying, we released this shirt after we fired. So then when it comes back to the lawyer...
he's already been fired. They're just waiting for Rappaport to...
But while listening to it...
How did Kevin Durant get involved is what I don't understand.
So then it just so happened that, those 2 things happened, like, back-to-back days.
Yeah.
The news. And then, like, Durant brought up... Because Durant did a post... There was, like, a post-game interview with Inside NBA, like, Barkley and those guys.
Yeah.
And they asked Durant about... Basically, like, hey, why are you never playing? Like, how are you always hurt? Or, like, they were asking him something, and Durant wouldn't really answer. So Rappaport put out a thing, and he was like, just answer the fucking question. You're standing there acting like you're... Whatever.
Yeah.
Being a dick. Because Rappaport's a dick.
Yeah, he kind of is.
And KD went off on him. Like, Kevin Durant clearly has anger issues. but Rappaport's a fucking prick anyways.
Yeah.
But the thing that, like, I was, like, listening to the deposition of Portnoy, we clearly never think about it, and I don't think anybody ever does, but if you hear something read in a legal setting, and it's like, if something was to be read from our podcast, it's the dumbest shit. While they're doing this deposition, they start reading, Rappaport's lawyer is reading about, there was, like, Rappaport, when he was with them, he was a part of some podcast or a video segment or something, and the name of the show was something Crapaport. Because his name's Rappaport, so it's Crapaport.
Wordplay.
When the lawyer says this in a legal setting, he's like, and Mr. Rappaport on the show, something Crapaport. and all I could think was, I hope we never have to go to court for anything we do. Because to hear the lawyers and everybody read that shit back.
You're like, talk about the pee hole again, please?
Yes, and you said that pee holes.
You said anything could fit up your pee hole if you wanted it to.
Mind you, wanted it to. Mind you.
Yeah, so let's not. No one take us to court.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just found that to be. I hope nothing ever. It could be awful. It could be hilarious, actually. Yeah. If we do get it to court, please just let us have the audio from it. Yeah, that's all we ask.
So maybe we can get a little. There's no such thing as a bad publicity.
That's right. So real quick, let's do a quick little true crime thing here. This takes place in Portland, and I just want to do this because it is a pretty badass story. So there was this woman named Susan Kuhnhausen. Kuhnhausen, I think it's Kuhnhausen. And she is an emergency room nurse. She heads home, and as she gets home, she sees a note from her husband. She's been married to him for 18 years. And she sees this note there, and it says that he has left for the beach. And this was on September 6, 2006. So she sees this note. Like, that's weird, whatever. She walks upstairs to her bedroom.
Are there beaches in Oregon? I've been to Oregon, but I can't remember.
Well, so he's just like, I just took off. I left Oregon. I'm going to the beach. So,
okay.
So she walks upstairs to the bedroom, and as she gets into the bedroom, there is a man hiding behind the door who jumps out and attacks her with a claw hammer.
Oh, Jesus.
So his name is Edward Haffey. He's 59 years old. So he hits her left temple with the hammer. She, however, is John goddamn Wick, and she knows self-defense. So she tackles him against the wall, shoves him back into the wall, and
get him off the cage.
As she's doing that, she hears him say, "Oh, you're strong." And for whatever reason, hearing him say that, she's like, "Oh, he's here to kill me."
Yeah.
So
she's like, "Fuck yeah, I am strong."
So she gets the hammer. And proceeds to start hitting him in the head.
Nice.
And she's asking him, "Who sent you?"
Oh.
She's action
She
movie.
is John Wick.
Yeah. Who sent you?
Who sent you?
So,
give me back my son! Relax, Mel Gibson.
So he's not responding. He's not saying, and he gets the hammer back. So as soon as he gets the hammer back, she just goes for his throat.
Yeah.
And she starts...
It's hammer time.
Choking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He turns purple. Starts to turn blue.
It takes a while to choke somebody.
It does. But
man, she's got to be strong to do that.
So she kind of panics when this is happening. She lets go and she tries to run out of the house. This dude catches her in the hallway.
Golly.
Begins just punching the shit out of her in the face. Just beating her in the face.
Fight. This is awful.
She grabs him and he's in full mount.
Yeah.
She grabs him, pulls him down like you need to do.
Yeah.
And just starts biting him anywhere she can bite him. Arm, thigh, wherever the fuck she can get her teeth. And her main thing, she thought she was dead though. She thought she was going to die from this.
I mean, she already took a claw. That's how it started.
But she still thought this is it for her, whatever. But her thinking is, if I bite him, I'm going to leave teeth marks and they're going to be able to figure out.
Oh, that's good.
So, I mean, she's thinking
what an awful thing to have to think, though.
But she doesn't die. So, she gets, when he's trying to, move, he's trying to, pull, flip her over so she can't bite him. She somehow, gets around him, gets on his back, puts him in a chokehold. And, she's just hooking at it, left arm chokehold, locking it in, and he eventually stops moving. So she grabs the hammer and she runs to a neighbor's house and she calls 911. When the police get there, that dude's dead.
Oh, damn. I thought you were going to say he was gone.
Yeah, he's dead. The police find his body in her home, and then the supplies that this guy had brought with him included yellow rubber gloves, a bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup, and diabetes pills. So I don't know if he was going to try to, make some sort of poison. I don't know what the fuck he was going to... Or if those were his pills and his chocolate syrup, so, he's got low blood sugar, but he's, a hitman.
What the fuck? Yellow cleaning gloves, Hershey syrup,
and diabetes pills. So, they also find that he has a daily planner, And this took place again on the 6th.
And he had it in there, like, kill.
Well, on the 4th, he's got it written down, call Mike, with Susan Kuhnhausen's phone number. And Mike is her husband's name.
Oh, shit.
So, this guy, this hitman, was a co-worker of Mike's, at the adult video store where they both worked. Because this story is awesome. And yeah, so she finds out that her husband paid to have her murdered.
Damn.
And she fucking murders
the murderer.
The murderer.
Yeah, bravo.
And to really, I mean, if you guys want to look this up, Susan Kuhnhausen.
And that'll be a fun story for him later on in years, you know, because I'm sure they're still together, right?
No,
like, don't try to kill me again.
He is in prison.
Oh, they frown upon that?
So he's
legally?
He pled guilty. Was sentenced to only 7 years in prison for this. She said that she always felt like somebody was watching her. Like, after that, she always still felt paranoid.
It feels like somebody's watching me.
She moved to a new home, and then she started going to a shooting range and practicing her.
So she's even more badass
just in
now.
case he whatever. But he died in prison from cancer 3 months before he was supposed to get out, which is pretty awesome.
Now she's got all this rage. This needs to be made into a movie. Only, like, he gets out of prison.
So, like,
she just goes after him.
In your head,
I gotta quit singing.
What's this woman look like? Again, I'll tell you, she was 51.
I think of, like, the mom from Modern Family, the blonde one, Claire. That's kind of what
that's what you're thinking?
Yeah, the girl from Happy Gilmore. What?
Looks more like the Waterboy's mama.
Yeah, looks like Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome. Can we please get a movie with Kathy Bates killing her fucking hitman?
I mean, they did it with Better Call Saul, just where he's a badass, you know.
Yeah,
it's out now. Yeah, it looks really good.
That's out. So yeah, that's
I'm gonna get with Kathy Bates, and I'm gonna bring this up to her.
You're gonna meet with her people.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Well, that's because it'll all be a lie. So
it might get played back in court later.
Probably a good call to not say too much. Let's do an ad break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll get into the actual story for this week.
Let's do that.
All right, so we are back and we're going to get into our main story for this episode, where we are talking about 22-year-old Chelsea Bruck.
Halloween party, 700 witnesses.
Yeah,
I remember. I was listening.
Around 700 people. So she's 22. This takes place in Monroe County, Michigan. October 26th, Halloween party. It was organized by a guy that was known as Big Mike. This was his
Was he really a big guy, or was he like a little guy and they called him Big Mike? Like, oh, we'll call him Big Mike, even though he's little.
He's like, probably a little bit smaller than me.
I wonder if there's two Mikes and he's just the bigger of the
He's
Mikes.
the bigger of the two Mikes?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We solved it.
I mean, he's
a
sizable dude.
Okay.
We solved it.
That's not
what we were trying to solve, though.
It's done.
That's
Happy birthday.
All right, well, I guess that's it. It's the episode. It was
Big Mike was the bigger of the two Mikes.
He was the bigger of the two Mikes. All right, and solved. This police stuff's easy. So yeah, this is like
Big Mike threw a party.
There for a couple years, you were doing the
Field Fiesta.
Oh
yeah.
So this is like that. But it's like basically it's a fucking.
You got a portage on?
It's basically an event.
Nice.
So it's a bunch of bands. He was expecting maybe around like 300-ish people to show up. Almost 700 show up. So it's the event. His band, Pickaxe Preacher.
Pickaxe Preacher.
Yeah. They play. They're the headliner.
It's got to be like metal, right?
Yeah, it's 8. So it's 8 heavy metal bands.
Oh, heavy metal.
Chelsea's pumped to go to this thing though. She had been working on a Halloween costume for months of the character from Batman, Poison Ivy.
All right. Yeah.
She had like got a bunch of like fake plastic leaves, sewn them into like a outfit. Like so, she had like a really awesome Poison Ivy outfit. So she goes to the party with her friends, and so this was like everybody in town's looking forward to this. She's looking forward to it. She's actually hoping that her costume wins the best prize. Like, she's, super pumped about this thing. So she didn't have her own car. She didn't drive. She didn't have a license, so she goes with her friends. Since her Poison Ivy outfit has no pockets, because why would Poison Ivy have pockets? You know? She gives her cell phone.
I have a feeling it's probably skin tight.
Yeah. Yeah, so she leaves her cell phone and her purse in her friend's car. And she's having a pretty good time. There's multiple pictures online where, like, she's got this big-ass jug of wine.
She's partying.
Like, she's having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, everybody here is having a great time. She gets a little wasted, gets a little drunk. She ends up walking.
I was a little buzzed at Field Fiesta, so I get that.
Oh, I understand. She walks into something and, like, fucks her nose up, like, smashes her nose into something.
She's white girl drunk, as they say.
Yeah, so she's wanting to leave at this point now.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's fucking hit her head, not feeling great. But her friends don't want to leave. So they kind of keep partying. And around like 1 a.m. or so is when the last time her friends remember seeing her. They all kind of get separated. And these friends, just everyone leaves her, which is real shitty.
Yeah.
They all just decide to leave. And they don't take her with them. So
like, they just couldn't find her, or they were
like,
just...
yeah, I guess they just like,
well, we're gone.
They thought that she had. The one girl said that the one girl had actually left early, and she had just said like, I figured she'd get a ride with somebody else. I figured like there was plenty of people here.
Yeah.
I figured she'd get a ride with somebody else. This was before Chelsea had hit her face.
Yeah.
So like this girl, I think the girl's name was Peggy, something like that. So she wanted to leave early or whatever. Chelsea would actually use somebody else's phone at one point to call her after she hit her face and everybody had left, and she was like, hey, I need you to come get me.
Yeah.
And this girl that her friend had went home, she goes home, and when she got home, she proceeded just to drink. So when Chelsea calls her, she's like, I'm drunk. So Chelsea's stuck at this party. Doesn't, none of her friends are there anymore. She doesn't have her phone, she doesn't have her purse, she doesn't have a car.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a shitty feeling.
It's awful.
Buzzkill.
So, yeah, like, all of her friends, though, like, they're all, like, this is, like, the worst thing. Like, they still live with
I bet,
the regret and, like, the shit, like, the guilt.
I mean, they kind of should, though, as well.
I mean, it's pretty shitty, man. If you go to a party with someone, if you go anywhere with someone, make sure you're, like, if you're somebody's ride, make sure you are leaving with them.
Yeah, you
like,
go somewhere, leave with them.
Yeah.
No man left behind.
So, yeah, the party happens. Next day, Big Mike, he wakes up, and he's got, like, a shitload of text messages and stuff, missed calls, and a bunch of people are like, hey, have you seen Chelsea? We can't find Chelsea. No one knows where she's at. And he doesn't even really know who that is. 700 fucking people. This thing.
He's the lead singer of Pigeon Prayer Box, or whatever you said.
Pigeon Prayer Box, yep.
Is that it?
Nope. I like it, though. No, it's Pickaxe Preacher.
Pickaxe Preacher!
But their number one hit is Pigeon Prayer Box. So, I understand.
So much P.
I understand why you got confused.
Yeah.
He doesn't know who she is, but he's like, hey, I'll go check the field.
Yeah.
Because his thinking is she's passed out somewhere in the field. And that's pretty likely. I mean, when you get that kind of party going on, people are just waking up the next morning.
I've seen people just go balls to the walls.
And just wherever you land is where you end up for the night.
Yeah.
So him and his dog go out. They start looking through the field.
What kind of dog was it?
I don't know exactly what kind of dog, but unfortunately, not. I mean, the dog's fine. But the dog did get his leg stuck in a trap. So.
What? You had a trap out there?
Yeah, I mean, this is like, this is...
But they had a giant party and they would have, like, traps?
I mean, who knows how far out into the...
Yeah, how far they went looking for it.
Oh,
man.
So, but he gets the dog and, like, the dog's injured, so he's carrying it back. And when he gets back to his house, Chelsea's mom has shown up. And she wants to search the property. She's like, I know my daughter's here.
Sure.
And Big Mike just says, "Hey, look, like you do whatever you want to do. Like you go search. I gotta get my dog to the vet though." So, he goes to the vet, gets his dog taken care of or whatever. When he comes back, Chelsea's mom's still there, along with like 30 people. And they've set up a tent. They are basically putting together search parties.
Yeah.
So at first, he's kind of like, what the fuck you people doing? Like, this is my property.
Yeah.
And he goes ahead and he calls his lawyer because he's like, hey, so there's a bunch of people, like, they're setting up tents and shit. Like, there's cars everywhere.
They're making a little compound.
And the lawyer tells him, you don't have to let them search. You don't have to let them stay there. But
it's kind of a dick move not to.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything to do with it.
And the lawyer's like, look, as soon as you say, like, you guys can't search, all fingers are getting pointed at you.
Yeah.
So he lets them search. All fingers still get pointed at him. Chelsea's family are actually, like, super suspicious of him, going as far as to just tell the local news outlets that they believe he was responsible for this.
Big Mike.
They even said at one point on a news report that she was probably tied up in his basement.
Jeez.
So they're swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
They're just going right at it. And then their suspicions are kind of amplified when he refuses to let police search his home. He also refuses to take a polygraph or provide a DNA sample.
No.
So police get a warrant, come back. They find nothing.
Warrant is who's saying she's only 17.
Skid Row thing.
Skid Row was 17 and life to go. Or 17 out the door, whatever. Earlier when I said Sebastian Bach, I sang the Warrant song. And you saying that made me just realize it. So I'm glad we could solve another mystery.
We could clear that up.
Yeah.
Warrant also sang Cherry Pie.
Yeah. That was a good song, too.
Warrant's a great band.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about Warrant.
Skid Row, though, had the guitar player with the earring and the nose ring, and he had the chain that connected them. And I was always like, homie,
man,
get
if
that
I
caught
ever
on
meet that
something.
guy, I'm pulling that out.
I wanted that when I was a youngster. Little 11-year-old Joel, he's like,
yeah. You ever, took a little, clip or whatever and just clip some stuff together?
Nah, I never did. You got paper clips? I'll do it right now.
No, I don't.
Wow. Happy birthday indeed.
So, yeah, the police get a warrant. They don't find anything.
Warrant. Yep. They go to Skid Row for a warrant.
They go to Skid Row for a warrant.
They're poisoned. Find some rats.
Man, and the cops have got they're looking for a Motley Crue people.
Bon Jovi. Go ahead.
Tesla.
So they don't count.
What? So
he won't give DNA. He won't let him search the house. He's not providing. Right. He's not doing a lie detector test. Big Mike is looking sus.
So when they do get the warrant, they come in, they search his whole place, nothing though. I get why.
I don't trust police, so I wouldn't want them really in my house either. Especially if I knew I had nothing to do with it. But part of me is also but I'm sure if they go in there and be like, we're looking for this girl. There's a bowl sitting there. They're not going to be like, you're arrested, mister.
Right.
They'd be like, all right, well, we found, you do have a little paraphernalia, but there's no missing girl. Have a good day,
But
sir.
then you also got to worry, if they find something like that, now they
know it's there.
They try to use that, though, to, now that's their excuse to be able to pull you in. And they start interrogating you.
I don't trust them.
Also, so if you host a party, say you, and you get 700 people at one of your field fiestas.
Jesus Christ.
You can't keep track of all those people.
No.
So say somebody.
Dude, I can't keep track. There's 50 people at field fiesta.
You can't keep track.
I can't keep track of myself.
So say somebody did get Chelsea to go back into your house. And they killed her or something.
Yeah, that's true.
And now
I'm outside partying. I don't know what's going on inside
and now
the
police start searching your house. This is the next day.
Yeah.
As soon as you wake up, you've got texts and shit saying, hey, can you go look? You get your dog, you go look, your dog gets hurt, you take the dog to the vet, you come back, police want to search, whatever. You haven't really even had time to,
look yourself, probably.
Let's make sure or something. Yeah. So, yeah, police could find something.
Definitely. I don't want to be in that situation.
I mean, you hear a lot about people that get, kind of railroaded because they want to go along.
And they want to get somebody held accountable for this stuff.
So I can see why he would be, hesitant.
But they did search and there was nothing.
There's nothing. So he even says, Big Mike's, later he would say that, people were always coming onto his property to look for her. Like, just constantly people there.
That's the thing, too. You let them search once, they're going to...
People were trying to break into his house.
Oh.
Like, people just immediately said, it's you. You did it. He'd said he'd wake up sometime in the night, like he'd hear or see drones flying around his house where people would, like, be, you know. So...
Just in the still of the night. In the still...
Still of the night.
Of the night.
So, eventually somebody comes forward and says that they saw Chelsea leave the party with a man. And
he looking like a man.
They don't do that.
That's from Mad TV.
It is.
Okay.
It's outdated.
That's going to be played in court. It is outdated, Mrs. Swan.
This witness said that Chelsea seemed really comfortable around the guy. Looks like she knew him. That the guy had even made some joke about being allergic to poison ivy.
Oh.
You know. And it says that, you know, this witness says that she saw, or they saw them hanging out and leave together in a car. They provide the police with a sketch. And the sketch of the guy looks like a very emo scene kid. Like, he's got, like, swooped hair.
Yep.
Like,
you don't have to tell me that.
Glasses. Well, there's even, like, news footage of them interviewing Big Mike.
Yeah.
You know, and he's talking. Like,
does it say Big Mike on the news?
I think so. And, like, when they...
Fucking legendary Big Mike.
When they, like, say, like, have you seen the police sketch? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, honestly, though, he's like, that doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah,
that's what people look like
there's
now.
250 guys that night that look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, basically same thing. Like, hey, if
but wait, he had the toboggan that was kind of halfway on with his hair swooped out from it. Right. And, like, a flannel and, like glasses. Oh, okay. Well, now there's 400 people that look like that.
Yeah, it's like if somebody says, oh, it's a big guy with a beard.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're both getting hauled in.
Yeah.
So, but they displayed the police sketch all over the place. A bunch of tips come in. Nothing really amounts to anything, though. And then all of a sudden, a guy named Harlan Bird, terrible name, he comes forward.
I mean, Harlan's not the worst name, but it doesn't go with Bird at all. Like Harlan Williams.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Well, this is Harlin.
Oh, okay.
Harlan,
not Harland.
Yeah, Harlan Bird.
Harlan Bird.
He comes to the police.
Would be a fucking. He probably has an owl tattooed on him somewhere. That motherfucker.
He has what?
An owl tattooed on him.
An owl?
Yeah. You haven't seen dudes with owl tattoos?
That bad?
It's not
Dude,
bad.
check out my new tattoo.
It's not bad. You don't have an owl tattoo.
No, I wish I did. I really wish when I pulled that sleeve out.
I know. It's an owl tattoo. You just like pointed at the door. Fucking shut my microphone over. Like, oh, that's it.
In my head, I was like, please magically let there be an owl tattoo there.
I'm not saying. I'm saying I've seen a lot of dudes with owl tattoos in the emo.
Are you saying Alf?
No, I would never disrespect alien life form Alf like
Gordon
that.
Shumway.
An owl. Who? Owl.
Owlboy here. Harlan Bird.
Harlan Bird? Owls are birds!
Yeah, that's where I thought you would. We're going with that. So he comes forward, and he tells the police, yeah, I saw Chelsea. She was being harassed by these two guys. And he's like, I saw them. They were shoving her back and forth, like, you know, trying to start some shit with her. He says, I chased them off.
Oh. Bullshit. I don't... Anytime somebody has a story like that, like, no. Someone be like, oh, yeah, I saw her, and then we split up, you know, we went separate ways. Like, this guy's already trying to make himself a fucking hero.
So, hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, he says...
I don't believe shit.
You know, she's like... She was crying. She was scared. He even mentions that...
She couldn't believe how strong he was.
She got a little bit of blood on his shoulder.
Oh.
And he even, like, at one point says... Because they're like, we're going to need that shirt. You know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my girlfriend, like, she's getting it cleaned right now. And he's like, would you be able to still find DNA in it, even though it's clean? You know, like, he's asking some weird questions.
So he's already saying her blood's on his clothes.
Well, then he says, you know, they're like, so you saw that she was bleeding? And he's like, no, I never saw she was bleeding. And they're like, you said that she was bleeding from the nose.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I just assumed because that's where, like, the blood was on my shoulder. So he says, Harlan says, that after he chases these guys off, that there's a car sitting there with a door open, and he helps her sit down in the back seat, And then he's like, you stay here. I'm going to go get help.
Yeah.
And then
he's a fucking hero.
We'll come back and we'll get, whatever. So he says when he comes back, Chelsea and the car, they're gone. So, and he's like, I don't know where they went though. That's the last I know. So,
thank God he was there.
What is it?
Thank God he was there at least.
So there's this bunch of stuff though that wasn't quite matching up. Like he said that she had blonde hair, and she usually does have blonde hair, but at this particular time for the costume, her hair had been dyed like purplish red.
Yeah, Poison Ivy had red hair.
So didn't have blonde hair. So eventually, through some questioning, he's full of shit.
Oh, it was all.
Made the whole goddamn thing up.
So there's no blood on his shirt? No shirt with
He
blood?
just made that up. So I don't know if that detail got... Like, I'm sure he's from this town, so I'm sure he'd heard stuff about how she had hit her face.
Yeah.
So, like, he probably knew, like, a little bit of
I was hoping this guy's the killer.
So he made the whole goddamn thing up.
Fuck him and his fucking emo owl.
He just wanted to look... Like you said, he wanted to look like a hero.
Yeah.
So even though... So you show up, and there's two guys... Say this actually happens. You show up, there's two guys shoving this girl around. You chase them off.
Yeah.
And then there's a random car sitting there with a door open.
Yeah.
So your idea as a hero is, hey, you hang out in this car in this area that you were just getting shoved around. I'm gonna head out. Good luck.
I'll be back. Maybe, probably.
Because that's most likely their car.
Yeah.
Like, so they're probably gonna come back.
Well, why are
anyways, so it's a completely bullshit story.
Fuck this guy.
Just wasted their fucking time.
If you know Harlem Bird, I don't want to sit up. I'll just stop. We'll take us to court.
So yeah, like what? Like what? Don't ever. Why would you ever even put yourself in a position?
Just waste police time.
You waste police time. You put yourself at you go in thinking, oh, I'm gonna tell the story. I want to be a hero. There's better odds that you're getting put in prison for this.
Yeah.
Because now you've made yourself.
You're just lying.
Yeah. So, don't ever do that, people.
I thought he was gonna be the one that killed her.
So then the police get a tip from a woman named Carrie Carr. She lives in Ohio, like around Michigan though, and she'd seen some stuff on TV and everything online about Chelsea Bruck disappearing, and she comes to the police, and she says that her boyfriend told her that he had kidnapped Chelsea and killed her, and she's kind of freaking out, and she says that they have to arrest him. They have to go arrest him right now, because if she leaves here and he finds out that she said something, he's going to kill her.
Yeah.
So she's like, you have to go get him right now. You have to go get him. You have to go pick him up, arrest him, keep him here. You cannot release him.
Was he trying to impress her or something? Or are they just trying to be like, maybe threatening her? Like, if you try to leave, I'll kill it. I don't know. That's weird.
So the police go and pick him up.
Was it Little Mike?
It was not Little Mike. They bring him in, and as soon as they pick him up, like without ever even saying anything to him, he goes, "She's fucking trying to frame me." Like, that's his first. So
sounds like a solid relationship.
They didn't even mention, like, when they go to get him, they don't mention that he even has a girlfriend. They don't mention her name at all. He just immediately, hey, she's trying to set me up, guys. So he's like, hey, she's fucking lying. She's just trying to get me into some shit. He gives them an alibi. Alibi checks out. So the police go back to her, and she's like, yeah, I made the whole thing up.
What?
So now another person. She's just trying to get her fucking boyfriend put in jail.
I hope she got in trouble for that shit.
So both her and Harlan get a little bit of jail time and a fine, like, because you can't fucking make false reports and things like that.
That's
so
fucked up.
Just more wasted time. So now we're in 2015. Fast forward to 2015.
What year was this?
So this whole thing happened 2014.
14, okay.
October 26th, the Halloween party. So, where are we at here? Okay, so April 5th, 2015.
Half a year later.
The Poison Ivy costume was found in an abandoned building by a pair of men who were doing something illegal there. I don't know what the illegal thing was, but
doing drugs out each other's butts. That can't be illegal, though.
So
One dude wants to enjoy another dude's butt drugs.
It's only legal in some, like Utah.
Utah,
I think Utah's gonna put you can't do that anymore. Probably Alabama.
So they found the costume, though.
So this guy finds the costume. He had picked it up when he first found it because he didn't know what the fuck it was, and then he kind of puts it together, and he's like, "Fuck!" Like he doesn't want to call.
I'm sure it's a huge story in this town, and it's probably on the missing posters or whatever that she's in this costume. So
he's trying to figure, he's like, do I want to report this? What do I want to do? Because
they're gonna ask what we're doing here.
Whatever illegal shit they were doing.
Yeah. Bible study, sir.
But he also knows now that he picked it up, his DNA's on it.
Yeah.
So he does decide, though, take my chances. I'm going to report this.
Yeah.
So he lets the police know, and they do discover that the outfit had been ripped in the crotch area. Not a great sign. Then, in a ridiculous coincidence, they find out that where the costume was found was right across the street from where the costume was found, basically. That's where Harlan Bird lived.
What?
Was right across the street from this abandoned warehouse. So they pull him in again.
Yeah.
And now they're like, all right, we fucked up. This is the guy. This is the dude that did it.
Yeah.
So they, he tried to put himself into this investigation in the first place. He lied to police. He admits to putting Chelsea. He says he put Chelsea in a car.
Killers do that a lot. They try to aid the police because they want to see what the police know.
And they just try to get themselves involved.
Yeah, they think that it'll help them get away with it.
You see a lot of them, they'll go and do the searches. They'll be a part of search teams and stuff. Yeah, it's fucked up. So they can't charge him with anything, though, because they really don't have it. Just circumstantial at this point.
Body.
This time, though, he brings a lawyer with him. He admits, no, I lied before.
Yeah.
I am an asshole. Whatever. He's like, I didn't kill her, though. He agrees to take a polygraph, and he passes it. So they eliminate him as a suspect. Just a crazy fucking coincidence. This is why you don't ever get yourself involved in this. If you have nothing to do with it, stay the fuck back.
Out of it,
Yeah, because now this shit happens.
Stay in your lane.
So that was April 5th. April 25th, they find her body. They find it near the farmhouse where Big Mike threw his party, though. It is near there.
But no one saw it when they were searching. All those searchers.
So it's on this farmer's property. He kind of lives near that farmhouse where Big Mike kind of lives, whatever. And the farmer was actually just digging up the ground because he was going to build a new building. He was going to put some new buildings and stuff.
Getting the footers built.
And he had some workers excavating the ground. And they found the body. So her leggings were found September 2nd, 2015. They were able to get some DNA off the leggings. And it's an unknown male. So they don't know who this is, but they do have the DNA now. So now they're just kind of waiting to see if they can match to somebody.
Yeah.
Harlan Bird and the boyfriend of that Carrie car, they both provide their DNA. They're cleared.
I'll provide my DNA to anyone, anytime. You don't even have to ask.
Big Mike still acting a little sketchy.
Yeah?
Big Mike's not super into, here's my DNA. But he finally is like, all right, fine, here. And he's cleared.
Okay.
So Big Mike's off the hook. The guy, the farmer who had found, or the dude that had found the costume, he gives his DNA. He's cleared. So
these dudes are jizzing, right? That's how they get into DNA?
I think they do a mouth swab.
Oh, okay.
Which,
so I shouldn't be picturing all these dudes just jizzing.
You should definitely stop jerking off every time the cops ask you for a DNA sample. I mean, I can't believe they haven't arrested you for it yet.
I thought that's how they got their DNA. Mouth swab would work too, though, I guess.
Much easier. So, yeah, they... did you legitimately think...
Yeah! They were like, here you go, sir, here's a cup. I mean, because that's probably the DNA they find. Well, I guess they can
That's not how DNA works.
I guess they can find sweat or something.
They don't have to match the specific kind of DNA.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Mr. Scientist. I didn't know, on top of doing 2 different podcasts, you're also a doctor scientist person.
Well, it'd be nice if you knew my biography.
Yeah, put some respect on your name.
Oh, it's Dr. Cash.
So they're not jizzing.
They're not. Yeah, they don't need you to jizz for them.
I would just show up with them, like, nah, mouth swab would be good.
Oh, so on that reminds me, on a prior podcast we had, the What's Going On podcast, we had a running gag about you keeping a masturbation journal.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I was reading a story the other day where...
Yeah, running gag.
There was a legit, like, I think it was a former president, maybe, that he legitimately kept a diary.
Oh, my God.
Where he would record every time. So you're doing presidential things.
Like draw a little thumb if you did a little ass
thumbs
play
up,
with it or something.
thumbs down.
Yeah, no, just if you did ass play. Thumb up the ass while you...
Sure. Whatever you say, man.
You know how they do.
Look, I've never seen your diaries. I don't want to see them. I'm just telling you that you're doing presidential things. So you're probably next in line to run the country.
Vote for me.
Vote for Joel. He'll put a thumb up his ass. Can we get back to this case?
I'll provide DNA.
Oh, God. Unprompted.
DNA to every voter.
No one wants it.
Nobody wants it. Truer words have never been spoken on this podcast. Nobody wants it. Okay.
So
all these dudes jizz and nobody killed them.
I can't believe anyone fucking listens to this show. So, yeah, basically every suspect that they had, they're clearing.
Okay.
So they're back to a dead end. Finally, the forensics laboratory in Michigan contacts the detectives, the police, and they say that they found a match for the DNA. It was a match for a guy named Daniel Clay. So he'd recently been arrested for stealing a backpack. So they got his DNA, added it to the Michigan DNA database, and boom, pops up. It's a match, 100%. It's a, however they do it. Like, they always do, like, 99 point, whatever. So they...
It's like this fucking guy or his dad or something. You know, it's
like,
there's not...
Like, it's definitely one... Yeah.
Yeah.
So the detectives they go to pick him up. They speak to him. He says that he has no idea who that is. He's never seen or spoken to her. He was at the party, though, he says. And he did have sex with a woman at the party. Ooh. Wasn't her, though.
Brag.
Here's a direct quote from this guy during his interrogation. I live like it should be in the 70s. Free love. Peace and love. That's my motto. Like, I don't like fighting, really. I don't like violence. I just like smoking weed and having sex.
All right, man.
So that's this dude.
Okay, all right.
all right. So they ask him...
I stay the same age and they get younger.
They ask him if he has any explanation.
They stay the same age and I get... I don't know.
So the police were like, do you have any explanation for why your DNA was on Chelsea?
Yeah.
And he, no idea. Nothing he can think of. Then, the detective's like, well, you did already tell us that you had sex with a woman in the backseat of a car. We're positive that was Chelsea. Like, we're positive you did this.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, look, I was wasted. I don't know who it was. So maybe it was her.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to change the story a little bit. So
as it goes, and he has to.
Yeah. So they, they're like, look, your DNA was found on the shoulder and the crotch area of her costume. And those are the two places where the costume had been ripped. So he keeps refusing, though. Like, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I don't know who that was. Like, I might have had sex with her. I don't remember who I had sex with, but I didn't kill her. So one of the detectives, they come up with what we call in the business a lie.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're allowed to do that.
They're allowed to do that.
Oh, yeah.
They tell Daniel, Chelsea, she suffered from brittle bone disease. So, if something did happen, it was probably an accident.
Yeah.
Well, old Daniel...
Oh, trying to give him an out, huh?
Oh, he fucking eats that bait right up.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, you know what?
It's his first rodeo.
He's like, now that you mentioned that, now that you've mentioned the brittle bone thing, that I completely,
I mean, I bang really hard.
It jars my memory loose. Here we go. He's like, so it was her. I did have sex with Chelsea. Yep, that was her. Totally consensual, though. She was super, super into it.
Loved it.
So into it, in fact, that she was super into the rough stuff, too.
Yeah.
So he's like, she was really liked it rough, and she wanted choked. He's like, so I did. And he's like, I've had a lot of girlfriends that like to be choked. He's like, so I know how to do it.
Yeah.
So he's like, but...
It's pressure on the side, not so much pressure on the front and the back.
Well, so he's like, so I did choke her, and I probably choked... It was the brittle bone thing. That's how she died.
Yep.
So then then he does, of course, I just freaked out. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Well, so he's charged with second-degree murder on July 25th.
Like, well, actually, she didn't have that.
Yeah, you dumb fucking idiot.
God.
So July 25th, 2016, he's charged with second-degree murder.
How could it be second degree?
Well, that's immediately changed to first degree.
Okay.
So, in Michigan, a conviction for first-degree murder results in an automatic life sentence without parole. And second-degree murder is punishable by life imprisonment, but there's a chance for parole. So they were like, no, fuck that, first degree.
I mean, if that was true, they were having sex, and she did, died during a consensual act, but I don't think that's what happened here.
No. But that's what his defense goes with.
Yeah.
That, it was consensual, and it got out of hand a little bit, and whatever. And then, like...
A truthful lie.
The way this bullshit works, basically, they try to make her... into the, like, well, this is because she liked certain things during sex,
Yeah, she's
like
not
that
here.
bullshit lawyers do.
She's not here to defend herself, so they're just going to drag her name through the mud and...
Yeah.
Fucking defense lawyers.
So he's found guilty of first-degree murder.
Good.
And yeah, he's still in prison. So, she sounded like a really good person, though. She was, other than she was clearly a Batman fan, but she was really into, like...
Other than that.
No, I'm just saying she was, like, really into... her friends would say, like,
she sounds creative. I mean, to make... to put that much effort into a costume. And
her friend said she just basically hangs out. She played video games. She'd watch Doctor Who a lot. She liked to bake and read. So, like, she was just, like, this really chill, laid-back girl. And she met some fucking asshole.
Some psycho at a party.
Yeah. She was drunk and... wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
He probably offered her a ride.
Sure.
She has no options at this point. Like, all of her friends bailed on her.
It's like the Wilds, I mean, they prey on the weakest of the slowest of the bunch, I mean, she's by herself, no friends.
So,
in her head.
Hopefully that dude is, his life gets to be made.
Hopefully he's getting DNA deposited into him.
Yes.
On the reg.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the story of Chelsea Bruck.
Man.
So...
I'm glad they found who killed her, though.
Yeah. I mean, the fucking people, they just kept inserting themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
Big Mike making things difficult.
I mean, I'm on Big Mike's side.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be... Because, again, you have a party that size, who knows what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
So, unless you've had time to thoroughly go through and, like, make sure there's not a pool of blood here,
Yeah.
So... but all right, well, let's get into. Let's play some Tecmo Bowl music, and then we'll get into the actual reoccurring segment on the show. I guess we're gonna have two. I guess I got to do a new music for a tweet thing, but let's play that music.
Feels good.
All right, touchdown for Bo Jackson.
Woo!
Bo knows Joel's feel goods.
It feels good. This is just a little. You need some money?
I can always use some money.
I think me and you are going to take a trip to Oklahoma.
All right.
Oklahoma placed a $2.1 million bounty on Bigfoot's head. If you can capture a Bigfoot alive.
Now, do they want his head or do they want it alive?
Well, they want Bigfoot alive.
Okay.
It's basically a tourist deal, I don't think they really think Bigfoot's real, because that's what they said. Tourism officials in Oklahoma, hoping to generate some buzz, say Bigfoot needs to be captured.
I agree.
But the bounty hunters can't break any laws during the hunt. Are there Bigfoot laws?
What are they talking about?
You can't kill them, basically. They don't want these people trouncing through the woods with guns, shooting at things. Because I think they're like, well, this would be a funny headline, but we also don't want... Because, goddamn, there's people that are going to be like, get the truck, honey!
Until the first big, hairy guy is shot and killed. Yeah.
But they're offering $2.1 million for anyone who can bring Bigfoot in alive.
Well, I mean, I do think we should probably look into this.
I could use $2.1 million. Well, it'd be $1 million each.
Yeah, I'll give you the 0.1.
All right, that's cool. Well, I figured that would be
our
1.1. I figured that might be our cost. Because we're gonna need a bigger boat.
I don't think we're. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the planning for this. I think you're out of the planning.
But that seems like a good horror movie start too. Where like it's just kind of jovial and let's go for a Bigfoot hunt, but don't bring guns because we can't kill him. And then Bigfoot kills everybody.
Pretty dumb horror movie characters.
Well, yeah. Have you ever seen a horror movie? They're not smart.
I would be totally down to go on a Bigfoot hunt.
All right, Oklahoma, here we come.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Oklahoma too. So, 2 birds, 2 Bigfoots, 1 stone.
Go west. Is that west?
Go west, young man.
All right, we'll go west a little bit.
I thought you were gonna call me a little bitch.
Not again. It's your birthday.
Because you did start off before we started recording.
Yeah.
You called me bitch like 5 times.
I did. You
came in hot.
I did. I told you that I had to I knew it was your birthday, and I figured you'd be in a good mood, and I just wanted to keep that in check. Snuff it out.
You said you wanted to assert your dominance.
Yeah.
So.
Big time.
Do you feel like you did that?
Yeah, I think I did pretty good.
You feel that way? Okay, that's interesting.
So now we can go dominate Bigfoot, and that's my feel good.
That is interesting.
We can get some money if we capture Bigfoot alive.
Man, I hate that you gotta capture him, because that's gonna make it.
I just saw the Pick of Destiny, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, so we just gotta eat mushrooms, and then we'll find Bigfoot.
Okay, sounds like perfect.
That's how he did it in the movie.
Easy peasy.
But it was just a tree.
That's what's gonna get us. We're gonna drag back. We're gonna drag back trees to the police.
Give me my money.
Who do you give them to the police?
That's what.
Is this really a law enforcement?
I don't know.
Do they have they just have nothing else to do?
It just says, let's see. They placed a bounty. You can't bring Bigfoot in cold. Oklahoma tourism. I mean, I don't think police. It just says you can't break laws. But they're hoping it generates buzz. Bigfoot needs to be captured unharmed. And they stress bounty hunters can't break any laws during the hunt. Good luck.
So, other than shooting and killing somebody, what law? I guess trespassing.
Yeah.
Would be a thing.
But
no, Oklahoma's probably got some laws we don't have around here because we don't they're.
Who knows what goes on?
Their environment's different, so Remember when Bigfoot? I think it was Bigfoot. A few years back, probably at this point, almost 10 years ago, where the guys said they had found Bigfoot, and there was big news, and it was fake as hell.
Yeah,
you remember that at all?
No.
I was at work.
Fake.
I worked at the screen printing shop, and I remember my boss always had the news playing as he printed. And I remember looking over and it said Bigfoot found. And I was like, all right, what the fuck is this? And I turned on and it was legit, they were legitimately covering the news. The news was legitimately covering this. It was these 2 guys that they found Bigfoot, and they had this some where they said it was his remains. And as soon as you saw it, you were like, that's just sausages and things with some hair on it. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Do you think Bigfoot's out there?
No.
Could be a creature like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's way more likely that Bigfoot exists.
Why haven't they found bones for it or anything?
Yeah.
That's what I always say. It's cool to think that and Loch Ness, and everything. But if there have been big feet, what's the plural of Bigfoots? If there have been Bigfoots out there,
Big Fi.
Big Fi. I would think you'd find some bones.
Yeah. Plus there's
cameras everywhere.
Bears walk upright.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fucking animals that could be.
There's no Bigfoot.
No.
Nice try, Oklahoma.
You tried. You tried to argue for it.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we're not going to be millionaires. Not off Bigfoot. Now, Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
That's another story.
I'll call Scotland.
Is that where they're at? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll call them and see if they got a reward for them. Then we will need a bigger boat.
Old Nessie. Then we will need a bigger boat. Any boat, really. We don't even have a small boat.
No.
So we just need a boat.
I have my kayak.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger boat.
All right. That's it for us. Thank you guys for listening. As always, do all the stuff on social media, like and share. Give us a rating. We keep saying that, and I don't see ratings and reviews coming in, so you guys aren't doing your part.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
Do your part.
It'd be nice if you pulled your weight.
Yeah. So, we're doing all this.
We're doing all this. We're doing all the work, and I feel like you fuckers are just being lazy.
Yeah.
So stop that.
Way to insult him.
As a birthday gift to me.
Oh my God, dude! It's your birthday.
Seriously, though, happy birthday, Sebastian Bach.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, Alec Baldwin, Wayne Newton.
We found there's a bunch of people apparently.
Peekaboo Street.
Yep, her.
There was another one, Marlon Brando.
Yep. There was a couple on there that you were like, "Fuck you, you don't get a birthday."
Yeah, Jenny Garth from 90210, and there's some other names I didn't even recognize.
Yeah, you got real mad about a few of them.
I did.
You were like, "They get a birth?"
Fuck them, yeah. I'm mad it's your birthday.
Yeah, I don't really care
I
about
feel like
it.
the spotlight's off me.
Very apathetic. It could be your birthday if you want.
Yay! It's my birthday! What an important, awesome day!
All right, we're leaving. Bye.
Bye.